Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into a story that is as beautiful and intricate as a ballet performance itself, a tale of forbidden love, hidden emotions, and the incredible power of a single moment. Get ready to be swept off your feet, because this isn't just any love story. It's a secret symphony played out in the wings and rehearsal halls of a grand theater. Our story begins in a place filled with dreams and dedication, a ballet rehearsal hall. Imagine the scent, that unique mix of rosin, sweat, and ambition, lingering in the air after hours of intense practice. The only sound left? The soft, almost reverent slide of ballet slippers on a worn wooden floor. Everyone else had packed up and gone home, but not Hana. Hana, our exquisite ballerina, moved like pure poetry. Every turn, every delicate stretch, every graceful lift of her arm was a testament to her artistry, a silent narrative written in motion. And watching her, perched quietly at the edge of the room with a clipboard in her lap, was Yuki, Hana's manager. Now, Yuki would tell you she stayed late to finalize schedules, jot down performance notes, and make sure everything was in perfect order. But that wasn't the whole truth, not even close. The real truth was a powerful, silent rhythm that pulsed beneath her ribs every single time Hana spun across that floor. Yuki's eyes, usually so sharp and analytical, softened as they followed every line of Hana's neck, the subtle tremble of her muscles, the way her hair clung to her skin when she finally paused, breathing hard. There was just something about Hana, something utterly captivating, that completely defied logic and shattered every carefully constructed rule Yuki had built around her own heart. The quiet was broken by Hana's voice, soft and a little teasing. "Yuki," she called out, a gentle smile playing on her lips. "You're staring again." Yuki blinked, a blush creeping up her neck, caught red-handed. "I was just checking your form," she stammered, trying to sound professional, authoritative. Hana laughed, a sound like wind chimes. She started walking across the room, each step bringing her closer until she was just a breath away. "My form?" she repeated, her eyes sparkling with amusement. "You've said that every night this week." Yuki felt the heat rise in her cheeks, her composure starting to unravel. She fumbled for an excuse, a way to regain control. "You should rest," she insisted, her voice a little too high. "Tomorrow's performance." But before she could finish, Hana's hand reached out, so light, so tender, brushing a stray lock of hair from Yuki's face. The touch was electric, sending shivers down Yuki's spine. "Tomorrow, I'll dance for the audience," Hana whispered, her gaze locked with Yuki's. "But tonight I want to dance for you." Yuki froze. Her heart hammered against her ribs, a frantic drum. The clipboard, her shield of professionalism, slipped from her lap and clattered softly to the wooden floor, the sound echoing in the sudden, tense silence. "Hana, you know we can't," she began, her voice a fragile thread. "Can't?" Hana interrupted, her eyes shimmering now with a complex mix of mischief and a hint of pain. "Or shouldn't?" The question hung in the air between them, fragile, yet incredibly dangerous. Yuki knew the rules. Oh, how well she knew them. No romantic involvement, absolutely no personal attachments within the company. The ballet world was strict, demanding professionalism above all else. And as a manager, Yuki was expected to be the impenetrable wall between passion and protocol. But Hana was a force of nature, a beautiful storm that refused to be contained, let alone follow any rules. Hana stepped closer still. The intoxicating scent of jasmine mingled with the honest scent of sweat from practice, surrounded Yuki, making her head swim, her senses reel. "You've always taken care of me," Hana said, her voice so soft it was barely audible. "Always believed in me, even when I doubted myself. But sometimes I wonder, do you believe in us?" Yuki swallowed hard, her throat tight. Her heart was now a runaway train, pounding a wild rhythm against her ribs. "There is no us, Hana," she whispered, trying to force conviction into her voice, but it trembled betrayingly. "You're my dancer. I'm your manager. That's all." "Then why?" Hana murmured, her voice barely a breath, her gaze piercing Yuki's very soul. "Do you look at me like I'm the only one on stage?" And then, before Yuki could even begin to process the question, before she could construct another logical, professional barrier, Hana kissed her. It was gentle at first, a soft touch, like a tentative question neither of them had dared to ask out loud until this moment. Yuki's hands, which had been hovering uncertainly, finally found their anchor, circling around Hana's waist, pulling her closer. In that single, breathtaking moment, the world outside the rehearsal hall dissolved. There were no rules, no contracts, no bright stage lights, no critical eyes, just the quiet, persistent pulse of two hearts, finally finding each other in the dim, intimate darkness of the empty hall. When they finally parted, their breath catching in the air between them, Hana rested her forehead against Yuki's. "Tell me this isn't real," she whispered, her voice laced with a beautiful vulnerability. Yuki couldn't. She couldn't form the words. Her lips still tingled from the kiss. Her pulse was still racing, a wild, joyful drumbeat. Every fiber of her being screamed that this was wrong, that she should pull away, revert to the professional manager she was supposed to be. But the words that tumbled from her lips instead were raw and honest. "You make it hard to breathe," she confessed, her voice barely a croak. Hana smiled faintly, a radiant, knowing smile. "Then don't breathe," she murmured, and with that, she kissed her again. The next morning, the theater buzzed with an electric excitement. It was performance day, and something had shifted. Hana danced like never before. Her movements were sharper, freer, imbued with a newfound passion and life. The critics, who would later lavish praise upon her, wrote that she danced as if love itself burned in her every step. Yuki watched from backstage, a whirlwind of emotions swirling within her immense pride for Hana's breathtaking performance, yet also a tremor of fear for the secret they now shared. Every turn, every soaring leap, every delicate arabesque felt like a secret message, a private conversation meant only for her. When the final curtain fell and the thunderous applause erupted, shaking the very foundations of the theater, Hana's eyes instinctively sought out the wings. Their gazes met. It was only a moment, fleeting, forbidden, and so utterly powerful, but it was enough. Later that night, long after the last audience member had departed, after the stagehands had packed away the props, and the city lights twinkled through a gentle rain, Hana found Yuki waiting outside. Neither of them spoke a single word. They didn't need to. The silence was filled with an understanding far deeper than any words could convey. Hana reached for Yuki's hand, her fingers intertwining with Yuki's, and this time, Yuki didn't pull away. Their love would remain hidden, a beautiful, delicate secret tucked away behind closed rehearsal doors, woven into whispered words and stolen glances. But in every performance, in every graceful movement, in every single step, Hana would tell their story, the silent, secret love of a ballerina and her manager, born from one daring, unforgettable kiss. And that, my friends, is a story that proves love can bloom in the most unexpected places, even in the disciplined world of ballet. What did you think of Hana and Yuki's secret? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the story, share it with a friend who loves a good romance, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more captivating tales like this one. We'll see you in the next video.